A lot of NFL executives are praising the Chicago Bears about their offseason moves that they made. But what does it mean for the actual season? And it's mailbag day. So y'all know we gonna talk about it all, break it down right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears. I'm your host here, Bobby, joined by C-Dubb. What's the word?
What up? What up? Let's get it.
Man, if y'all tuned in with us today, make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, C-Dubb, the Chicago Bears, they made a number of moves this offseason. First, starting off, we're going to get Ben Johnson and getting all those star-studded assistant coaches on the squad. Eric Bieniemy, Al Harris, Antoine Randall, just to name a few. Then they went out there and got guys in the trenches, your Jonah Jacksons, your Drew Dalmans, your Joe Tooneys and Grady Jarrett's. And then they had what I believe is a B caliber grade for their NFL draft, to the point to where there are NFL executives out there that are praising the Chicago Bears for what they have done. With one saying, I like what they done. I've been skeptical on the Bears in the past. Loveland is a really good player. Another executive compared Loveland to Detroit Lions tight end Sam Laporta, even suggesting that Loveland will become the better player, saying that Loveland is going to catch 1,000,000 balls. Pause. He will be
Pause.
better than Laporta. He is such a good receiver, and he's bigger, 2 inches taller and another 10 pounds. They are set up pretty well, man. But what does it mean moving forward? First, let's talk about the offseason. What are your thoughts on the offseason thus far when it comes to all the free agents that came on, the new coaching staff, and the draft that we just ran through?
Hey man, I think they did a great job in the off season. If they could have did a little bit better, if you want to nitpick, but don't nitpick. I think they did great. They addressed the most critical weakness that we had, that offensive line. They addressed it like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. Sorry about that. I had to emphasize on that. They addressed it with Thuney. They got Dalman for the center and Jonah Jackson. These guys are professionals. We actually have professional linemen on this team. We got Grady Jarrett as well, a good voice in that locker room. Not only the defensive side of the ball, and he can play the game of football. That's why we traded for him as well. You got Case Keenum we brought in to give, like a mentor for Caleb Williams as well. I think they really scored in the offseason. They could have did a little bit better, you know what I'm saying, especially with the news I just heard about one of the young guys. But I think they did a really good job with the offseason.
Agreed. And I appreciate the praise that
Free
all the
agency.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
appreciate the praise that a lot of NFL execs is giving the Chicago Bears, and rightfully so. The Chicago Bears, they went out and got the best head coach that was on the market, and the first time head coach in Ben Johnson. Then the Chicago Bears, for once, stopped being cheap and went out there and paid a bevy of assistants to make sure that this coaching staff can be one of the best in the league. And you went out there, you address your offensive line, you address your defensive line. You went out there, you added depth in the draft, and you got other guys that can come in and hopefully make an immediate impact, like your Coastin Loveland, like your Luthen Burden. And we trying to see, hey, maybe the Chicago Bears did get a steal by drafting Kyle Monagai, excuse me, in the 7th round. Was a 7th round selection after missing out on Travion Henderson and Quinshawn Judkins. But the Chicago Bears made a lot of moves, and I expect them to continue to make moves to make sure that they have the best availability when it comes to players for their respective teams. So the praise is absolutely warranted. But what does it mean for the actual season? We need dubs.
Yes.
That's what it means for the actual season. The
Mhm.
Chicago Bears have been telling us for the last few weeks, the last few months, basically after the last season that passed, we need to win games now.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what this fan base deserve. And that's exactly what this damn channel deserve.
Yeah.
We've been dealing with they nonsense for 3 seasons, and we've been losing all 3 seasons. Can we have a live call to where C-Dubb calling 3 consecutive winning games,
Oh,
please? Just a nice 3 game winning streak. Just a
man.
nice 4 5 game winning streak.
Man.
Maybe a playoff game live call. Can we have that? That's what it means for the actual season for me. I don't know about anybody else, but I just need dubs in the chat, legs
Oh.
in the chat for C-Dubb. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you did. I got 2 points. Minajah, that 7th round pick. Uh, you
Oh,
got,
you
you got,
butchered
you
this
got.
name.
I'm a butcher. I don't.
Call
You
him
butchered
Kyle.
it. You
Call
butchered it. What the hell you talking about? You talking about me? You butchered it. Butchered it too.
I was closer to you.
Whatever. Whatever. You got to roll a dice, don't you? I mean, you
Yeah.
eventually got to roll a dice and see what happens. It's a 7 round, see what happens. And I think you made a great point with the hiring of the assistant coaches and offensive coordinators and those guys. If this season works out, I think Ryan Poles deserves extra credit.
Mm.
Can you get a 4.2 grade point average?
Yeah, you actually can.
I think he would deserve a 4.2 grade point average because I believe if he went into that Mike McCaskey and he told him we gotta spend on assistant coaches and support for the head coach. We gotta up the money and up the what's the word I'm to investment in assistant coaches if we want to be a successful franchise. I'll I'm thinking that he went in and did that. That's why we got guys like Bieniemy and these other great guys, Allen. Because that's some pennies. There's some names right there. So you're gonna have to pay, and they did just that. He deserves credit for that if he did that, bro.
I agree
Extra
with that.
credit,
I agree with that. I think that, and it's George. It's George McCaskey, not
George.
Mike.
I
George.
don't think
He,
I
they,
got
they might
yes.
have a family member running around that name
I
Mike, but we know
did.
George
I,
McCaskey got the
was thinking
keys.
about
I ain't gonna lie to you, but let me ask this one thing before we get into the mailbag. What are your thoughts on the Nick Chubb stuff? Because me personally, I'm looking at it like Chicago Bears personally should wait to see what they have first before you move on to just move guys out the way to say, all right, let's go get a Nick Chubb. See what you have first in your running back room before you go out there and just jump out on a limb. You don't know what Ian Will is going to look like. You don't know what Kyle is going to look like. You don't know what Rojo is going to look like with this new system. Let's wait and see. And then if you get closer to training camp, or even a week into training camp and you say, all right, it's not looking as good as I thought it would be. Now we can go out there and look at a guy like Nick Chubb if he's healthy. Emphasis on if he's healthy. What are your thoughts on that though?
Yeah, I was gonna go the route of bring him in. It's kind of a low risk, high reward with Nick Chubb at this very point. I don't think he's gonna come in and demand a lot of funds and stuff like that. But I think your idea is an even better idea. Even though it's a possibility that somebody else might pick him up, I still think that at the very least it instills a little confidence in the young running backs that we got in the backfield right now because they all young, most of them except DeAndre, and he relatively young. So I think that's a good idea. Yours is better than mine.
Man, you know what a 7 round pick out of Rutgers gonna look like? No, I just got
A
maybe I got
hungry,
too much. Maybe I just got too much confidence in what. Oh, y'all gonna pick me in a 7th round?
yeah,
That's just me. I'm a
yeah, yeah,
competitor.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Like y'all
You
pick me
gotta
in a
be
seventh
hungry.
round,
hmm
and I seen guys go 6 rounds before me.
He see the opportunity. You think he has this
Exactly.
happen? He see the opportunity for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, you ever seen a highlight clip of a running back just in pass blocking and knocking people on their head?
Yeah, you nephew Ian, the kid that got hurt last year in training camp, and this kid got to be looking at this like I got a real opportunity if I come in here and show up. Am I right?
Yeah, I think that's fair
I think
enough.
their agent better be telling their boy, you better go in here.
You
Hey,
better go get you a bag, bro. You better
bro.
go get you a bag. But hey, let's get into the voicemail, man. Only 3 on the day, C-Dubb. This first one is from Greedy.
Yo,
Greedy.
shout out to y'all Chicago Bears Central. But yeah, this is greedy man, and this is my. I got two questions for y'all. Who do y'all feel like need to make the biggest leap this season for us to be successful? Do you think it's Tremont Edmonds? Do you think it's Caleb Williams? Do you think it's just the defense on whole, Swift? You think Rome? I'm just wondering to y'all, who do y'all feel like the top three players you feel like they need to make a bigger impact this upcoming season for our season to be successful? Because I'm just so excited for the season, just off the fact that we got an O line for the first time in a while. We got a quarterback, so it just got me excited. And my homie, I got a homie that's a Giants fan. He swear that we gonna suck again next season. He say, man, y'all gonna suck again. But I was like, guess what? Y'all got the number 3 pick for the reason. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all suck. We suck too. So it is what it is. But I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all feel? Who do y'all feel like need to make a big impact on the Bears team this upcoming season? And what do y'all want to see from Ben Johnson aspect as a coach? Do y'all feel like Ben Johnson need to control the whole thing as a coach, or do you feel like he needs to make the offense flow? Because I feel like he gonna put up some points with this team. We last year we couldn't put up points against nobody really. The Titans game was terrible. I didn't know what was going on. We won that game off straight defense, and a lot of times I just want to know a lot of times we look stagnant on offense. So how many games do y'all feel like Caleb Williams need to win for people to give him credit for being a good quarterback? That's my two questions. But shout out to y'all, the Chicago Bears Central, man. This Greedy checking in, man. I'm out.
All right. So we heard from my man's Greedy.
Greedy.
C-Dubb, you first up. What you got?
Shout out to Greedy. Good questions you got on here. For the first three guys that need to take the biggest leap, I'm gonna start with one, Jaquan Brisker. I need him to be more careful on the football field. I'm gonna be really quick with these. At number two, Kyler Gordon. I need you to keep your head, stay what we say, nephew, when we talk about the Chicago Bulls, stay what's this called?
Even
Kill
kill.
Kyler. I do not want you getting the big head, Kyler. I do not want you losing that fire. You got to find that median and you got to make plays this year. And at three, I need DJ Moore to play more like a leader. I don't want to see the body language. I want him to running out the whole entire play, like he getting the ball on each and every play. Be a role model, DJ Moore. When it comes to Ben Johnson, I don't want him worrying about no whole team, none of that shit. He the head coach, be the head coach, but you hire good people to take care of that defense. I need you to get this offense right, Ben Johnson. And Caleb Williams, a number of games. I already think he a good quarterback. Sorry.
For sure. I ain't mad at it. But hey, I think the guys that need to take the biggest leap, all 3 interior linemen. It's unfair because you brought in a lot of guys, but I ain't even gonna do it that way. I'm gonna do the left tackle, whoever that may be. If that's Braxton Jones, if that's the rookie Trapello,
Yeah.
we need, I ain't gonna say you got to go out there and have an all pro type of season, but you got to come in and with some fire, because you got to go out there and help those veterans that I believe is gonna help the team. The next person is absolutely Caleb Williams. I think that is going to hinge on his shoulders. We need him to have deep ball accuracy. We need him to be good in the intermediate routes. And we know that the short game is going to be available to him, and he's going to be placed under center. He's going to be in a lot of 12-man personnel. He needs to thrive. My next person is going to be Cole Kmet. There's a lot of bozos around Bears Twitter, which I don't know who they allow in that Twitter network. They're just a bunch of idiots that put out a bunch of dumb stuff for no exact reason. But I am going to put pressure on Cole Kmet simply because I believe he is still one of the best tight ends in this league, in this division, and can still absolutely show up. But let's keep in mind, how many damn targets did Cole Kmet see where he had 0 targets, C-Dubb? 0. How many games? I mean, 3 games to where he had 0 targets, 2 games to where he had 1 target, another 2 games to where he only had 2 targets. Unacceptable for a guy like Cole Kmet. We need Cole Kmet to thrive. And then when it comes to Ben Johnson, I need Ben Johnson to go out there and make sure that this team is disciplined. Number one, discipline, and take care of the football situations. No sitting there getting the damn ball with 36 seconds left and you don't call a timeout. No more sitting there when you have the ball and your defense is on the field and you have an opportunity to end the game and you just resting on your damn laurels and not calling the timeout before the final play of the game. We seen that stuff. We gained headaches for. Me and Steve-O was arguing like a motherfucker. We don't need that this season. We need to be celebrating and getting lit on live. I got 10 wins on the season.
Oh, bro.
Let's go.
Oh, bro.
But hey, appreciate the call, Greedy. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw this with the next one out. The next one is coming from Ja Johnson. Here it is.
Hey guys, Cognac Boys, Bobby, C-Dubb, Haize, Steve-O, Kev. How y'all doing? It's your boy John Johnson from South Carolina. I wanted to call in earlier, right after the draft, but I didn't. I'm gonna let all the dust settle, everything calm down. But the draft, it didn't went to my expectations because I really did hope we was get a running back, and we ain't getting a running back till what, 4th, 5th round or whatever that is. Blah blah blah. It don't even matter. But at the end of the day, man, I wanted Austin Genty and Ryan Poe let that slip out his damn finger. Oh well, it is what it is. But hey man, we need to stop bullshitting, stop playing. Excuse me, Nick Chubb. Go ahead and sign Nick Chubb. We need somebody in that backfield besides Swift. Excuse me again. Besides Roschon Johnson, we need somebody back there. Nick Chubb would be the perfect fit. I know the health probably is the issue, but I'm telling you, Nick Chubb, you done missed out on Austin Genty. Man, get me a pounder in that backfield, man. I can't rely on Roschon Johnson because he won't get hurt. He got the same name I got. He's a Johnson. But evidently, the old boy ain't know how to keep his head up high enough because he be getting tagged. But hey, at the end of the day, love my Bears. Let's keep making the right decision. So far, y'all doing pretty decent. Offense is looking pretty decent, but we still need a running back. We need a running back. We need a pounder in the backfield. Defense, I ain't worried about defense too much because I believe our defense is solid. Besides a star, I mean, we got Sweat, and I'm expecting Austin Booker to step up this year right here. I'm hoping he step up. Got big ball in the middle like we always got, and we got a young dude in the middle too. 2-year star. Can't call a name right now, big boy. But anyway, we should look a whole lot better on defense. Our defense should be good, which wasn't a problem last year. But our main focus right now, let's get a running back. Please, let's get Nick Chubb. Let's get Nick Chubb. That's all I ask. That's my early Christmas wish. Hey, Chi-Town up, Bears down. Let's go. Bears season, baby.
All right. So we heard from my man John Johnson from South Carolina. Shout out to South Carolina. That's my second home. I miss y'all down there. I ain't gonna lie. All they got good damn food, all that food. Why?
You gotta start talking with the twang and shit.
Cause we gotta connect, man. We gotta just go ahead and connect. John Johnson know what we doing down here. We time about yeah. But nonetheless, look, I don't necessarily think that the Chicago Bulls have to get Nick Chubb.
Bears.
But Bears, excuse me, have to get Nick Chubb. But I think it will be a good idea. But me personally, I want to hang out on the side just to see what we have first. I want to see what my running back room looks like first. DeAndre Swift, for all the criticism that I gave him this past season, and y'all know, I got tired of him bouncing it outside, not necessarily taking the 4 or 5 yards that was available to him, but behind a bad O-line, still damn near 1,000 yards on the season. Still very effective in the pass game. So I got to show him a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? At least in that regard. Then I want to see what Roshan got for us. I want to see what this new kid coming out of Rutgers got for us. I want to see if Ian Wheeler can be a guy that bounced back from that ACL injury to see what he has for us. I don't necessarily think you have to wait till the start of the season, but let's get into some workouts. Let's get into some calling plays. Let's see how it looks first. We not going to be able to see it because they're not going to show much of it for us. But let's see what these guys are made of and how hungry these young guys are before we just jump on the Nick Chubb train. Me personally, I wouldn't be mad at it. But let's see what we have in our young pieces. So hopefully we can see a young, budding running back that can come in and be here for the foreseeable future. Because if we go get Nick Chubb, it's just a 1-year rental.
Yeah. And I'll just add on to that. The DeAndre Swift did have 1,300 all-purpose yards last season. So he's not just trash or nothing. He's a good back. But it's something to be won there from these young kids we got up in the backfield. I'm not opposed. Y'all heard if y'all listen to the first segment of the show, I'm not opposed to what you said, y'all. But I think nephew has a better idea in waiting to see what these kids do. That you can do that in between training camp. You could do that at any time. If he's not taking, that's the only risk you take is he's not taking. But I thought that the running back position was shit. Motherfuckers ain't worried about the running back position no more. We got a running back problem here. I thought the running back position was no problem. I thought they was getting phased out. We got a problem.
Fair enough. But hey, we appreciate the call, John Johnson. Shout out to South Carolina one more time.
Oh, he ain't say it with the twang.
Goddamn. But hey, we're going to get into the last call of the day. This last one is from my Reefer. Because we black yet again. Here it is.
Bobby, C-Dubb, Haize, them cognac boys. What's happening, fellas? It's your man, Reefer, black yet again, man. Listen, hey, man, I want to talk about the tackle position, man. The left tackle position that's going to go down between our man, Isaiah Trapillo, a.k.a. the Mountain, okay? That damn Trapillo is coming in to compete with Karan Omega-Deji in minicamp. And then when Braxton Jones comes back, he going to compete against him in training camp. Now, look, I fully expect for Trapillo to win the competition against Karan Omega-Deji, okay? And they're going to put Karan Omega-Deji over there at right guard behind Jonah Jackson, okay? And then you're going to have Braxton Jones come back from his injury, ankle injury, and he's going to beat out Ozzy in training camp for the first couple of weeks. Now, I fully expect Ozzy to keep pushing him all the way through, okay? So what's going to happen, I think, man, is they going to get to the trading deadline and they going to trade Braxton Jones and get him for a second or third round pick back for Braxton Jones, and then the Big Mountain, Isaac Trapillo, gonna finish out the rest of the season and left tackle, okay, starting for the Chicago Bears from here on out. That's what I fully expect to happen, okay? So Braxton Jones in his final year's contract, coming off an ankle injury, but he a left tackle with left tackle experience in the NFL. He got value, okay? He got value out there, and he will trade him at the trade deadline. We already got his replacement in the Big Mountain, Isaac Trapillo, waiting in the wings to get over and start that job. So by the middle or the end of the season, Isaac should be number one at the left tackle spot. That's what I expect, okay? And then you put Karan Omega-Deji over there at right guard where he fit naturally in behind Jonah Jackson and give us some depth on that offensive line, okay? Now, let me get up out of here, man. I got a place to go. Got place to see. You know what I'm gonna say before I leave? Get Chicago up and pat out, baby. FCB. Let's go.
It's always FGB. I don't care what they say, how many people they draft, or what they do. We don't care where you from or who you talking about. It is what it is. FGB, and we know people was fed up with that draft out there in that whack ass city. But nonetheless, C-Dubb, what you got for us?
That was a very interesting situation right there.
Oh,
It is believable like a motherfucker. But damn, I can't touch that. I'm gonna just go with this. It is it's great what they doing for Braxton Jones. Even though I love what Marifa just said right there. It's great what they doing for Braxton Jones. It's giving him competition, stiff competition in this boy Ozzy. So Braxton Jones, if you don't step up to the plate, you got a kid hungry finna pass you. Or kid, if you want to get a spot, be the starter, you gotta beat this guy. I love what they doing for Braxton Jones. He either gonna sink or swim. Another applause for Ryan Poles. Another applause.
For sure. I think that you absolutely have to go out there and bring competition to this left tackle position. We know that the offensive line seen Caleb Williams be sacked 68 times. That is not fake. That is not hyperbole. It's real. Caleb Williams was sacked 68 times last season. People was wondering if he was going to break the all-time sack record for a quarterback, which is at like 72, I believe, 73 for a quarterback. And yeah, you got to bring as much competition up in this room as possible. Marifa aside, I ain't gonna lie to you, got a hell of a situation on your hands, but damn, do it make a lot of sense on a scenario that could potentially pan out. But I will say this: now is the time to see if Karan really like that. It's not many people around Bears Nation that's a believer in this young fella. Now is the time for Ozzy to go out there and make a name for himself. If we sit there and remember, Braxton Jones made a name for himself in minicamp. Yep. Minicamp is about to start.
Couple days.
What are you going to do for yourself, young fella? Are you going to go out there and start grabbing some attention? How does your ankle look? How does your anchor look? How does your hand placement look? Can you slide your feet? Can you push people off of you? People are going to be paying attention to that. And I will say this: if Braxton Jones come back, and he's still dealing with that injury, he got to miss games. There might be a Rams situation on the Chicago Bears hand. And if you don't know, I'm about to tell you. Sean McVay had Jonah Jackson, one of ours on the actual squad right now. Jonah Jackson went down with an injury. They inserted a rookie. The rookie was just as good, or if not better, for the LA Rams. So if Braxton Jones come back and then he suddenly misses games and this rookie is just as good, or if not better, we can see a guy like Braxton Jones be replaced by a rookie, similar to the same situation that happened last year with the Los Angeles Rams. But it's up to the young fella. It's not up to me. But we're going to see what happens. It's going to be interesting for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. I love this. I love a few good things to hear before the week is totally out. I love it.
For sure. But hey, that is it from us today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. C-Dubb, you got anything left?
Oh, no, that's it, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already.
Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of Chicago Bears Central. Make sure you leave your feedback, comments, concerns down in the comment box below. Let us know what you thought about today's topic. Where are the Chicago Bears going? And go ahead and show some love to those people that called in today. If you want to be a part of the Mailbag episode, go ahead and call in. The number to do so is 773-242-9336. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bears. I'm Bobby. That's C-Dubb. We up out of here. Chi-Town up and bear down, baby. Peace.
That man, Marifa Asar wrote a whole novella, bro. That was cold.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.